Hi folks, and welcome back to Meaningful Money. Still out here enjoying the sunshine. Got a crack on though, because we've got a lot to cover in this one. Talking about simple money and the setup. Remember, getting things in place right now which will set you up for future financial success. So I'm going to just begin developing that a little bit and give you the key to financial success. But before I do, my friends down here in the bottom right, that's 7 Investment Management, who continue to sponsor me, put their name on my videos, so they believe what I'm in what I'm doing, and I'm very grateful to them that they would do that. So thank you very much, guys. So financial planning success starts and ends with one factor. 15 years of financial planning practice for me as an advisor, and a little bit more than that as a grown-up, managing my own money, which I was historically rubbish at. Still need to get a lot better, but really getting there now. I was fortunate to marry a woman who knew what she was doing. Greatly ironic that I ended up as a financial planner, but never mind. But in both my own experience and in my experience watching wealthy people, successful people, I've realized that there is one factor. Get this one thing right, and you are set up, you are guaranteed, I'll even stick my neck out and say that, future financial success. Ready? You're not going to want to hear it, actually. The answer is money in and money out. Or to give it another word, it's budgeting. Okay? Budgeting is not something that people get excited about, at least, but I hope that you will in due course, because when I sort of impress on you just how important it is for your own future, then it's like, for the first time, perhaps for many of us, you're finally taking your money by the scruff on the neck and bending it to your will. So budgeting is simple, but it's not easy to do. It requires discipline and effort, but I'm going to help you as best I can. Just because I've found out what sort of works for me, I'm continually tweaking it, but it's working for me okay. So I'm going to give you 5-6 tips really, and we'll go from there. Okay, so number 1 is to make sure your budget is written down. If it isn't written down, it isn't going to happen. I'm sorry. Human nature is that things will slide, but if you have your budget written down, you can track it. I don't know about you, I can't keep figures in my head. Some I can, phone numbers, things like that. The odd Blackadder quote I can keep in my mind. But what I can't do is I get to the 20th of the month and be able to tell you exactly to the penny what I've spent on food that month. No, you need to write it down. Writing it down makes it somehow concrete. By write it down, I also mean you can put it on software if that helps you, whatever, but write it down and right at the beginning of the month. It takes an hour a month at most, and as you get better at it, it'll take less time than that. And then maybe 10 minutes a week just to tweak it going forward and monitor it. Okay, but write it down. Unless your budget is written down, it isn't going to happen. Number 2 is to give every pound a job. There's no sense at all in getting to the end of the month and wondering where your money went. Right? We've got to be sort of proactive and positive about this. Instead, you've got to tell your money what to do. My sort of financial hero, Dave Ramsey, says that you've got to tell your money what to do or else it'll leave. And it's absolutely the case. Expenditure rises to meet income. So unless you tell your money what to do, it will just go out the door. It just does. It's a universal fact, I'm afraid. So you must tell your money what to do. Give it a job. Sit down at the beginning of the month and work out what you are going to spend your money on that month. Right? Rather than, I wonder what we spent our money on last month. It's positive, it's looking forward rather than regretfully looking back. Number 3 is to agree your budget with your spouse or partner. Right? Money concerns and arguments are a massive factor contributing to divorce rates and relationship breakups. So depending, every couple is different, but every couple will have a certain amount of overlap with their finances. Okay, so make sure that you are agreeing your budget with your partner or spouse. Don't impose the budget on the other person. Instead, agree it with them. So for instance, Jo, my wife, knows more about what expenses are coming up for the kids. I have 2 girls, 12 and 9. So maybe we've got some uniform to buy, okay, start of the school year, something like that. She will know more about that sort of stuff than I do. So if we sit down, she can sort of bring that in and I'll think, okay, right, we need to allow for that. So agree it with your spouse. Don't impose it on them. And make it a collaborative thing. It'll be good for your relationship. Number 4, you need to build in some slack, but not too much. Things will come along. Maybe a tyre bursts on your car. It's not an emergency, but it's 50 or 75 quid that you've got to find that you weren't planning. You need then, when that happens, to build in some amount of slack that you can draw from. But don't build in too much. Don't sort of leave yourself a couple of £100 worth of slack, because that'll just get eaten. Right? You've got to give every dollar a job, every pound a job. Dollar, ridiculous. Give every pound a job, and you know, put it on a line in your budget. Then, if things come along, if something comes along and you're going to need to overspend in a given category, you're going to need to find that money from somewhere else. And you'll be able to do that if you are doing number 5, which is having a weekly review. It takes 10 minutes at most. How have you done this week? Has anything come along which has thrown your numbers out? If so, where are we going to compensate? Okay, no good doing that once a month, really. It's too late. If you do it 10 minutes a week, that's all. Tend to do it Sunday night. Look at things, right, what's happened, right, do we need to make any changes for the coming week? Spend a little bit less on our weekly food bill or whatever. Do that on your weekly review. And number 6 is to do it again. Okay, you'll get better and better at it. At the end of your first month, chances are you'll go over budget. That's just life. Don't lose heart. Get better. Work out what went wrong last time. What can you do better this coming month? All right. Next time, I'm going to look at an example. All right, take you through an example, perhaps with a screencast. I don't know yet. And I'm going to give you a sheet that you can use to download, that you can use to help you with your own budget planning. Hope that's been helpful. Gone on far too long. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.